Before this video starts, I want to let you guys know that I'm currently running a cursed finger giveaway inside of my server down below. All you have to do to join that is click the first link in the description, like this video and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get right into it. Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going through every single innate in Jujitsu Infinite, and I'm going to be describing where it ranks inside of a tier list, whether it's S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, or D tier, or F tier. I'm gonna be letting y'all know where it goes. I'm also going to be letting y'all know which one is the best for PvE, PvP, and stuff like that. So yeah, without further ado, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys subscribe, like this video, and hit the notification button, because when I go live, I'll be giving away demon curve fingers all across the live stream. So yeah, you definitely don't want to miss that, so make sure you have that notification button on and hit the first link in the description in order to join my giveaway. But yeah, with that being said, let's get started. Now the first thing we're going to be ranking is the Boogie Woogie. Now what's crazy about it is that the Boogie Woogie is an uncommon innate, but it's actually not too bad. Like, it's actually usable and you could probably get some levels grinding with it, so it's really not that bad, to be honest with you. But I definitely wouldn't say it's A or S tier, and I definitely wouldn't say it's D or F tier. I would say it's in between C or B tier. For this tier list, I'd put it high C tier, but I actually do not think it's bad. I think it's usable, and if you do have it, I would re-roll, because there are so many other innates that are just better than it. Next up, we got Blazing Rage. My fault, Blazing Courage. Now same with Boogie Woogie, Blazing Courage is actually not bad at all. It's good for PvE experience. It's not really too good for PvP though, and to be honest with you, I do think it's a little bit worse than this one, but I still think it's very decent. It's definitely usable, and you can definitely do some damage with it. So for that being said, I'd have to put it in the lower S tier, because I think it's worse than Boogie Woogie, but it's also like pretty good, like it's pretty usable. So yeah, I think it goes in C tier perfectly. Next up, we got Cloning Technique. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro, this shit is completely ass. If you are using it, like, you know, I would have to switch it out for real, because it barely does any damage. It's not good for PvE, it's not good for PvP, it's not good for anything, bro. Next up is Judgeman. Now in my opinion, out of all three legendaries inside of the game, Judgeman is probably the worst legendary, just because these two are better. But with that being said, I actually do not think Judgeman is bad at all. Matter of fact, I think it's one of the betters, like one of the top 5s in like the whole game, maybe even. I'm not too sure about that, to be honest with you, but it's definitely not bad. In case you've been wondering, I actually do have Judgeman right now, and I'm currently using it inside of my slots, which is why I'm telling you that it's not bad. But also it can be pretty bad sometimes, because like the moves just take too long to connect. Honestly, for Judgeman, I'm gonna have to go high A tier, or maybe even like high B tier. For Judgeman, I'm gonna go B tier. I think it's solid, but A tier would be just a little bit better than solid, and S tier should be like one of the best ever. Now before I continue this list, I'm just going to skip right ahead to Heavenly Restrictant. Now Heavenly Restrictant is literally the best innate in the game. I mean, it literally costs Robux, so obviously the developers would make it cost Robux if it didn't be the best in the game. You know, I personally haven't tried it because I don't got the Robux for it, but I'm gonna be giving away Heavenly Restrictant inside of my server down below, and all you have to do to join that giveaway is simply hit the first link in the description, like this video, and subscribe with the notifications on. If you do that, then you can have a chance of winning one of the best innates inside of the game. But yeah, for Heavenly Restrictant, I'm gonna have to say S tier. I honestly think it's like literally the best, if not one of the best innates in the game. So with that being said, I think it goes in S tier. Next up is Straw Doll. Straw Doll Technique is like, it's pretty usable, to be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie, but like it's just like there's so many like that are better. Like Boogie Woogie is better, Blazing Courage is better, Judgeman is better, and Heavenly Restricted is definitely better. But I also think it's better than Cloning Technique. For Straw Doll, I think I'm gonna go D tier, but I do think it has potential to go up there, maybe if they update it a little bit. But yeah, right now its PvE experience is just not too good, to be honest with you. They gotta work on that. Next up, we got Construction. Alright, bro, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this is the best innate in the game. If you disagree, then I don't know what to tell you. This innate is clearly the best. If it wasn't, then it wouldn't even be inside of the game, you know what I'm talking about? Nah, I'm just playing, bro. Construction goes in F tier because it's literally ass. Next up, we got Cursed Speech. Cursed Speech, I'd say it's pretty solid for PvP, but for PvE, I think it's really not that good, to be honest with you. There are some moves in it that are pretty good, like the first few that you get are pretty decent, I'm not even gonna lie to you. But for the most part, it's pretty trash. I mean, to be honest with you, like, it barely does any damage and it takes a long time to connect. Kind of like Judgeman, but Judgeman actually does damage and definitely has potential to be up there, unlike Cursed Speech. For this one, I'm gonna have to go low D tier, like the lowest of D tier though. But I wouldn't go any higher than that. Actually, I'm gonna be real with you. I think it's better than Straw Doll by a little bit. But yeah, I don't think it's better than anything that's above it right now. Next up, we got Cursed Queen. Now, funny enough, I'm actually using Cursed Queen right now as well. For Cursed Queen, I'm gonna have to go A tier, but it could definitely go up to S tier. I think it's pretty good. What they need to work on more though about it is like making the moves like a little more precise. Like right now, the moves are very like, you know, out of order. Like they'll make you like you won't really be able to predict anything about them even as you're using it. So that's not really good on that part. But besides that, it does a lot of damage and it's very good for PvE and both PvE and PvP, you know what I'm talking about. Next up, we got Ratio. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this is one of the few ones that I haven't used, but based on what other people have said, I'd have to say this is high D tier. It's pretty trash, but it's better than Cursed Speech and Straw Doll, and it's definitely better than Cloning Technique and Construction. Let's get that straight. But I don't think it's better than Boogie Woogie or Blazing Courage. It's kind of crazy how both uncommons are better than like all the rares in the game, but it's true. I mean, to be honest with you, these uncommons aren't even that bad, bro. Like, they're pretty playable. It's just that these three are all better, so I would definitely recommend trying to get one of those three. But yeah, on to the next one. Next up, we got Volcano. Now, Volcano is hands down the best innate inside of the game for PvE experience. For PvP, not so much, but for PvE, it is insane. I mean, NPCs just struggle with it because it burns them for a while and they just can't counter any of the moves on there. So it's definitely the best for PvE experience. Anyone who has reached max level in a short amount of time will tell you that Volcano is the best for PvE experience. So yeah, for grinding and stuff like that, Volcano is the best. I even have Volcano. So yeah, with that being said, I would put it in S tier. I don't think it's better than Heavenly Restricted though, but I do think it's better than everything else down here, even the special grade. Tool manipulation is another thing I haven't really used, but based on what most people have told me, it's probably like in between these two uncommons right here, just because that's what they said. You know, I never really tried it, I never even seen it being used, but I heard that it's not too bad. So yeah, by putting it there, like, you can obviously tell that it's probably the best common in the game. Next up, we got Hydrokinesis. Now, Hydrokinesis is probably one of the best in the game for sure. It's good for grinding and it's good for PvP. The moves on there do a lot of damage and they're very unexpected, like they literally jump scare you. So yeah, it's definitely really hard to counter, but overall I think it's definitely one of the best in the game. For this one, I'd put it high A tier. I think it's better than Cursed Queen, but I also think that it could go in S tier if it had more potential, to be honest with you. But yeah, for now it's gonna stay high A tier. I think it's pretty solid. Next up, we got Creokinesis. Now, ironically, Creokinesis is also one of the best in the game. To be honest with you, I'm just saying that based on what other people have told me. This is also another one that I haven't really used that often, but based on what everyone has said, it's pretty crazy. And I have versed some people with Creokinesis, and I'll tell you what, it's pretty good for PvP and it's very good for PvE as well. So ironically, it's actually one of the best in the game, but I wouldn't say it's top 5 or top 6, but it's definitely up there. For Creokinesis, I would put it in low A tier. It's better than Judgeman, but it's not better than any of these 4 right here. Still a very solid innate, and I would recommend using it if you do have the chance. Next up, we got Blood Manipulation. Now, Blood Manipulation is very good for PvE and PvP. It's one of those few ones that are good for both situations. However, it could be kind of difficult to use, like you'll probably need time to master it if I'm being real with you. It's one of those innates that like need more practice in if you want to use it, you know what I'm talking about. So for this one, I would go B tier, either high B tier or low B tier, I'm not too sure. I honestly think it's better than Judgeman by a little bit, which is unfortunate because I'm using Judgeman right now. But yeah, I think blood manipulation goes in B tier because it's worse than Creokinesis, Cursed Queen, Hydrokinesis, Heavenly Restricted, and Volcano. But it's also better than all of these right here. And yet, to sum up our tier list, we got Star Rage. Now, I have yet to roll the special grade, but people have been saying that it's pretty alright. So it's nothing too crazy or anything like that. So it's kind of ironic how it's a special grade with it having that reputation. But yeah, based on what I heard about it, I'm gonna have to put it in low A tier. I think low A tier is a perfect spot because that's literally where all of these surpass it, but you could still consider it a pretty decent innate. And with that being said, that wraps up the video. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure you like it up so other people can see it. Make sure to subscribe with the notifications on, because when I go live, I'll be giving away a bunch of stuff and I'll be giving away my entire inventory. So yeah, when you do subscribe, hit that notification button so you know when I go live, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.